KJAGradio.com. We have got a tremendous guest with us today. Go ahead and give me a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hey, my name is Danny Perry. I'm the lead singer and lead guitar player and head songwriter of a band called Ornimental.
Awesome.
I've been doing this for 9 years now with the band. I've been playing guitar since I was 11. We've done amazing things. We played with some awesome bands like Lacuna Coil, Children of Bodom, Death Angel. There's a lot of bands that we played with. One of the things that I'm really proud of is that I was able to play with the video game orchestra from Miami-Dade. We actually won 2 Emmys. That's a fact. We've won 2 Emmys.
Holy smokes!
And we actually have a video that you can check out. It's called the Naruto medley. If you guys watch anime, it's got 4 million, I think, and counting right now. So I've been blessed to have awesome opportunities.
That's awesome. So that's awesome.
That's a little taste of.
Well, you've done a heck of a lot than some of the other people I've talked to so far today. So you're. So tell us about. First of all, I want to know the more story on this anime situation. Tell me a little bit about this.
Oh yeah, so I love anime. I'm a geek. I'm a very outspoken geek. I love horror movies, by the way, but we're not gonna get into that. I could talk forever about horror movies. The show which had video games like Legend of Zelda, Halo. Then we had other things like Attack on Titan, Naruto, Full Metal Alchemist. We had stuff like that, and we're actually planning on growing on that. But the thing that hit the crowd really hard was the Naruto thing. So that was the part of the show that people were going crazy the most. And unfortunately, there were videos of Halo, which was probably one of the featured we did. But unfortunately, something happened where we couldn't release it on YouTube. So, but the Naruto thing was definitely a big one. It went viral on Facebook like twice, and then on YouTube, it's still counting. So, it was a big blessing. Unfortunately, the orchestra doesn't exist anymore, but it was a great run for about, I think, 3 or 4 years. It was a good run.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We have got a tremendous guest with us today. He joins us live here in our broadcast. So, tell me a little bit about Ornimental. How did this name come about? Tell me a little bit about the band, everything, my man.
Oh, absolutely, man. I started this band when I was really young. This was back in 2007. I have a best friend named Luca. He is the first drummer of Ornimental. Unfortunately, he decided that he wanted to part ways, but it's all right. We're still keeping contact and everything. We decided to have this band, and the band didn't have a name for a really long time. We were just writing these songs. And a lot of the songs that we wrote ended up in the first record. And a couple of them are actually in this new record. So that's something that's really cool. But we were just writing songs. We were just in my living room. I had a PV combo.
Did we lose him? I think we might have lost him. Okay, let's do this. Let's call him back. He was in the middle of something. Okay. We lost him. Oh. Let me try this again. Okay, Skype hiccuped on us. I've got you now, my friend. Good, good. So
I feel so bad about this. I don't know what to
not a problem. Not a problem. I've got you back. We're good. Let's keep going, man. So we've got the band Ornimental with us today. He joins us live here in the broadcast. So tell us a little bit about Red, White, and Wrath. We're going to play that here in a few moments. Tell me a little bit about all this.
Oh, Red, White. Okay, so this is a record that my friend and I, Ariel, who plays rhythm guitar, him and I sat in this room for hours and hours and hours writing songs. We
Okay.
wanted to show people that you don't need this crazy budget in a studio to make an amazing album. So we actually sat here in this room, and it's a album/story. So we wanted to do something different with the whole concept album stuff. Usually people write concept albums within their lyrics. We decided that we wanted the story and the music to be separate, yet they're
Okay.
together. And you'll see when you purchase the album or listen to it through streaming, you'll see that there's a connection with both. But the songs are, like what I tell people all the time, the songs are whatever you want to make them. There's really no theme. I'm very open with my lyrics. And I will say the same with the story, but the story is very heavily based on true events, true stories personally, and actually within my local area. So I mixed
Awesome.
everything together and made a cool story and all that. So they have a good relationship together.
Awesome. Awesome. It's Ornimental. They join us today here on our big program, Coast to Coast and Border to Border on iHeartRadio and also AM/FM. 247.com. So tell me a little bit about the music scene where you're from.
Oh, Miami. I guess in the politically correct way, it's a work in progress. I'll say that.
Okay.
The Miami, yeah, that's the correct way I would say it. The Miami scene. Look, we started there. We got experience. We owe a lot to the people that are there. I think they need to work on their place. I think that's the best thing I can say about some of the people.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm really trying. And I mean, I'm sure there's artists that have something to say about the local scene where they're from. But look, there's good things and bad things.
Yes.
And everything. You know what I mean? There's good things and bad things and everything. And I owe a lot to the scene in Miami, but unfortunately, we just have to move on.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So we are going to play some tracks off your Spotify. Tell me a little bit about some of these different tracks. Tell me about In Cage.
Oh,
Seems to be a popular track of yours on Spotify.
Yeah, that's our number one. Every time we play that live, especially down here in Miami, people are like, yeah. So they get really excited. I'll never forget one time. This is actually a really funny story. So we're playing in Tobacco Road, which unfortunately closed down about a few years ago.
Yes.
Playing the show, and for some reason the promoter thought it was a good idea to have two bands play at the same time.
That is awesome.
Wow. The funny part about this, it gets even better. We play in Cage, and I mean, it's a packed house. It's like 600, 700 people in the parking lot. And everybody's heads just turn to us because they recognize the song. And midway to the song, the power goes out completely. There's no lights, there's no sound, there's no nothing. You only hear the drums.
Wow.
And the people are still singing the lyric. People are still moshing, and I'm screaming at their faces. And everything's turned up. And that, to me, was one of those happy moments where I'm like, you know, maybe the when it comes to the business part of the scene, it's not great, but there is a hardcore metal fan base in Miami, and they are nuts. And anybody that says that the Miami metal scene sucks when it comes to the fan base, they have no idea what they're talking about.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, but before we let you go and we go to this song, how do people purchase your music and get in touch with you on social media and all that, my friend?
Oh, absolutely. You could go to Instagram, simply type Ornimental, which is going to be ORNI Mental. You do the same thing on Facebook, YouTube, And right now, we're just starting up a Bandcamp where you can actually get our latest album, Wet Ride Wrath. It's going to be ornamental.bandcamp.com.
Awesome. Well, I am going to go to this track, and I appreciate you making time for us today. Thanks for coming on the show, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. We're going to go to In Cage right now here on iHeartRadio, coast to coast and border to border. Gonna make it happen right now. That is a tremendous, tremendous track. Ornimental with us today here on KJAGradio.com. Thanks for joining us. We will